So we're here at the Transforming Hollywood event, where we have a chance to meet the leading academics, leading content producers, and the leading people within the entertainment category to see what is happening within virtual reality. Welcome to Hollywood, and welcome to Transforming Hollywood number 6.
Well, I'm a historian, so I'm much better looking at the past than I am at looking at the future. But I think I've been surprised, certainly, at how far virtual reality has come simply in the last decade that I've been really more aware of it. I just imagine that it is going to become certainly more complex, more interactive, and more real.
It's amazing how far it's come in the last, 2 years, and it's progressing at a scary rate of improvement.
The amount of lead programmer openings now that are available because our best and brightest are going to work in VR is amazing. So the technological challenges are very sexy for people in the game industry.
Has reached a tipping point that was mature enough to enable head-mounted displays cheaply to be manufactured.
I think a lot of people have a misperception on what is a head-mounted display. Steam with HTC Vive is going to be amazing. Oculus Rift is going to be amazing. But my mom won't necessarily purchase one of those. But what she already has in her pocket is an iPhone 6. With a gyroscope, an accelerometer, and a high-definition display, over 1 billion people worldwide already have the real important piece of a head-mounted display.
The annual Facebook meeting, Mark Zuckerberg described why he bought Oculus, and right now we're really experimenting with very isolated experiences in VR, and the way that he's described it, he envisions it as something that's actually a communication tool that you can transport into other environments.
Whenever Spielberg announces when Ready Player One is going to hit theaters, I think will be when VR becomes commonplace. If you haven't read Ernie Klein's Ready Player One, it provides you kind of a context of where this technology could potentially lead us to a Second Life Facebook experience, and it's going to change everything.
It'll take something terribly wrong for the virtual reality not to take off within the next, become like a really mainstream thing in the next 5 years.
When it comes to virtual reality, I actually don't see so many applications for those devices. One of the issues with VR was the fact that it is somewhat bulky. So the idea that you actually have to wear something on your head, it's probably something that doesn't please everybody.
I think that people are making a big deal about virtual reality, which I think is great, but it's an offset, it's an outreach of cinema. It's not going to replace cinema. We have to be careful not to get into the old beta versus VHS wars. I think we need to find a format that is cross-compatible so that consumers will engage it.
We do see that virtual reality seems to be a kind of a trend or fashion that comes and goes. In the early times of photography, stereoscopic photography became a big fad, and all of a sudden you could see something similar. It is never going to be such a sort of like general purpose media device as the smartphone has become.
The potential of VR as a medium to enact change or inspire leaders to take action is just unlimited. When you see the news on television, you can feel empathy to that, and people have strong reactions to that, but once you actually feel like you're there, once you're actually in some kind of violent, horrific event yourself, you experience it on a whole different level.
No matter what, the driving impulse underneath these image systems is the desire to not be alone, to share a piece of what we see with another person. And I think the virtual reality experience is the latest kind of evolution in that ability to share what we see with another. The emotional impulse is to share our own human experience with another person. I think these systems are going to getting more and more there. They're getting more and more capable of capturing the world we live in so that another person can see it.
For brands, obviously, wherever people are communicating, wherever they are interacting, that's where the brand needs to be.